If you fade the golf ball, the harder you hit it, it turns into a slice. If you're fading the golf ball, you're locked into a certain level, and you're going to have a hard time breaking through that level until you can learn to do otherwise. I like to think of a man in a tunnel. It's a dark tunnel, and he wants to get out, so he wants to walk down the middle. He's going to feel where this side is, and then feel where this side is, and only then will you know where the middle is. I believe for you to conquer your fade and to get more consistency and more distance, you need to learn the other side of the fence to draw the golf ball and then work backwards from there. The fade has two issues. One is that it all began with an open club face. Relative to the arc, where you are hitting the ball, when the ball separates from the club, the face is to the right, or open. Because of this open club face, and you're an intelligent human being, everything goes to the right. So you started swinging to the left. And now you have two problems. Let's unravel this backwards and fix the first problem first, and that is the club face. You are under the illusion that the thumb should be on top of the club. Or many people are under that illusion. If you place your left hand on the club on top, it doesn't match the way your body is built. Notice when I put my left hand straight this way with the back palm of my hand facing the target, and when I relax, it turns inward. This is how you should be holding the golf club. You're setting up to fade the golf ball. I would offer this exercise. Take your left hand, bring your thumb in a little bit so there's a little muscle that pops up. Some people use this muscle to see if your steak is done. But pull that muscle up and put a golf tee in it. Take the other hand, do the same thing. Now you have two golf tees in your V's. Put your hands on the club so that those tees are on the top. And that would be the grip that you want right now. This, particularly the left hand, you can dial it in and out at your stage. You want to promote a draw. Even if that hand was over a little bit too much, that would be okay until you start drawing the ball, and then that can be rectified, or that can be fixed. The second thing we're seeing in your stance is that your right side is very high on the club. That also is probably coming from your hand being over too much. What we want, again, I'll use these barbells. It's a good way to practice. Look, when I stand here sideways and let my arms just relax, they're level. This one is not higher. When you get this side higher, you're just begging for a fade. So those are the first two things. The next thing is to learn how the wrists cock in the golf swing. Pop quiz. Take your right hand and hold it out. Now cock your right wrist. If it goes up in this manner, you have the wrong notion of how the wrist cocks. The right wrist cocks backwards. You're cocking the wrist up, so at the very top of the swing, your golf club is pointing down. What we want is to learn to cock the wrist this way, so that at the top of the swing, the golf club is angled in this manner. The leading edge of the club is parallel to my left arm. Notice that there's a cup in my right wrist. That club is now square, and now you're ready to go. The next thing you need to learn is how to use your body a little bit more efficiently. And at your level, at your stage, I'm only going to give you part of the deal. Once you start pulling and hooking, then you're ready for the next step. We're seeing in the video that your knees are wobbling quite a bit. Your knees are moving to the right. And that's preventing you from turning properly. Proper turn, I'm going to put my glasses in my pocket. What you're doing is this. You still see my glasses. What we want to do is this. Your hip socket is a ball and socket joint. And this is your femur. That's this big bone right here. That can stay steady while you turn. This femur can stay consistent. And so in working on your backswing, I want you to feel or have the thought, I want your left shoulder over your right knee. What you're doing is sliding this way and your left shoulder is over your left knee. Now Ken, once you've learned those couple of things, the good wrist motion, the good grip, how to set up with your arms level instead of this one higher, have a friend check you from the side. Once you learn to turn properly in this manner, rather than slide your knees, you're not going to be slicing anymore. That is a guarantee. But you're going to start pulling the ball to the left and hooking the ball, or hooking the ball. Pop the champagne for about a week, and then you need to get to work on that once it's consistent. And what's needed next is how to use your body more efficiently. You can see at impact you're very flat-footed. I'm going to get you to learn to not hook by using your body more efficiently. That's a little bit more advanced. You're not ready for that yet. When the time comes, either send in another lesson to Cyber Golf Lessons or contact your local CPGA pro. Best of luck.